master teacher of chemistry at Vedantu. Welcome to the session. So today I'll be teaching you how to master carbon compounds in just 45 minutes. A chapter which is not everyone's favorite, but a very interesting chapter. So this is a part of V.O.T.E workshop. Now exactly what V.O.T.E is, I'll let you know. But before that, here's a quick introduction. So if any one of you are here, if you don't know me, then hi everyone, this is Surabhi, your master teacher of chemistry at Vedantu. So I have a master degree in organic chemistry from Manipal Institute of Technology. I have 2+ years of teaching experience. Now it should be 3+, I guess. Yeah, chalega. Taught and mentored more than 2000 students. If I count YouTube students, that will be more than that. But yeah, now let's talk about V.O.T.E. So we all know, like after 18, once we turn 18, we get excited about a lot of things, right? Okay, I'll get to V.O.T.E, I'll have a driver's license and all that thing. So about having a part in changing this entire system, the government. So it makes us very responsible. But what exactly this V.O.T.E mean? Vedantu Online Talent Exam. So it is an exam, yes, but a सिर्फ एग्जाम नहीं, comeback है. So comeback, what comeback? So we all know, right? Yeah, this is my favorite group is having a comeback on this day. Yes, I'm going to support. But here, it's a comeback for you. Why? So here are a few questions which I would like to ask you, and I'm expecting an honest answer. Was 2020 a setback to your learning? Let's look back. So to be honest, we tried our best to make sure that you are not missing out anything, because especially for the 10th kids, all of you, like, we are so proud of you. The way you managed, the way you coped up with the entire situation, good. But one more thing is, was 2020 a setback to your learning? The numbers, those statistics says yes. So few students, third grade, fourth grade students, they are not able to solve the very simple LCM, HCF. Even my cousin, so I just visited his house, and I asked, as I'm a teacher, the inner teacher came out, and I started asking some questions. So what I realized was my cousins and his friends' basics were not that strong. So one thing is, till 10th, whatever you learn is very important, right? So but because of this entire pandemic, that offline to online, that jump, and we were not sure about the syllabus. So someday they will just tell you, they'll announce that syllabus, and the next day, so there will be some other reduction, and you're not sure of the timetable. So everything, there were lots of question marks. So with all this, in midst of all this, we have lost something, the learning. So that is the reason I have pledged for your comeback. Your comeback moment starts now. So what should you do? Just vote. That's all. So where are you from? Tell me. So I am from here. Somewhere here. Yes, I'm from Bangalore. Most of you know that. So where are you from? It does not matter where you're from. Because here we are all here just to learn. So make a comeback with V.O.T.E, Vedantu Online Talent Exam. So what exactly is it? Let me tell you about it. So if you're wondering, okay, like we have lost something, we couldn't learn everything, so there were few drawbacks to this education. Yeah, but how can we manage? Okay, a very good question. So this is basically an assessment exam for students to find the opportunities and take their learning to the next level. Because once you give this exam, we will tell you, you will get that extremely detailed report about what you are good at, like which are the fields or the topics or the subjects you need to work on. All India ranking, subject-wise rank, state-wise, and question level time analysis. So this is where we are lacking, because there is no one to correct us. So we have to know at this point, it is very important for us to know what are my strengths and weaknesses. So we will help you figure out that. So make a comeback with what? Of course, there has to be something exciting because you will be able to win lots of prizes every single day. You know what? The best part is you will get to be the CEO of a Vedantu. You all know Vedantu? Yes. So you can sit on the chair, you will be the CEO, and you can, uh, just bring in those ideas. You can take some decisions which will help you and your friends. For a day, you will be the CEO of Vedanta. That's really huge, man, if you ask me. And then, very, very, very important, start a chance to win all expenses paid. You don't have to pay anything. Educational trip to NASA. That's everyone's dream, right? So along with that, if you take part in these weekly, daily challenges, you will get to earn V coins. You will be able to win lots of prizes. So lots of them. Kindle, headphones, Google Mini, Eco lots and lots of prizes. So are you excited about V.O.T.E? Because I am very, very excited, even though I cannot take part, and I want all of my children to take part and to learn where are they standing, so how can they improve, because we will be there with you till the end. That is something we have already promised. So if you are excited about V.O.T.E, what I want you to do is wait till the end of the class, or visit vedanta.com/vote. So are you all set to make a comeback? Yes, come on, give me a high five. Then you have to register for V.O.T.E. How to do it? So what you have to do is go to, it's very easiest method is, trust me, download the app. It's very, very, very easy. Or if you don't want to, then go to vedantu.com/vote. You need to register. Without registering, of course, you won't be able to give the exam. So first step is you have to fill in the details like name, grade, board, target exam. Okay, so I will have the options. Okay, moving to 10th, moving to 11th. Okay, you will get all those options. You don't have to worry about it. Next, you will get that unique vote ID card. With that, you can give out exams on 28th, 4th, 11th, 18th at 3 p.m. Okay, the exam will be held at 3 p.m. So you can choose all the days. Yes. Or what you can do is, अच्छा 28th को exam दिया, not satisfied, चलो 4th को दो. You couldn't give the exam on 4th. Okay, not a problem. 11th को दो. Right? So these are the prizes for daily and weekly challenges. You have no idea how badly I want to take part in this, but I can't. Too old for it. So this is the entire exam format. MAT and SAT exam pattern. आपको पता है ना MAT और SAT क्या है? So MAT 35 questions, SAT 35 questions. So if you get a question right, you will be awarded with 4 marks. अगर गलत हो गया तो 1 mark. So total time duration, you will have 75 minutes. That's a lot. So one more thing is, you can actually form squads with your friends and win bigger rewards weekly. So we all want to take part in something with our friends, right? These group activities always, right? It's always exciting to do something along with your friends. So now, why don't you form squads and try to win bigger rewards with your friends? So come on. You can just join a squad, or if you get the invite, or you can form your own. And people, please don't send me the links. I won't be able to participate. I am receiving few. No. Okay. Now let us prepare for this. Are you ready? So carbon and compounds, you all know how important it is. Very, very, very important. So this is carbon with the electronic configuration 2, 4. Atomic number is 6 with the atomic mass 12. Present in 14th group, a non-metal. A very, very important element, Surabhi ma'am's favorite. And you already know the reason. If you have not If you do not know, that means you must be new here. Why don't you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button and share this video with your friends so that they can also start preparing for V.O.T.E and win lots of prizes every single day. Okay, let's get back to our carbon and its compounds. Yeah, what did I say? So how does carbon form its compound? You have four options here. By losing electrons, by sharing electrons, by gaining electrons, none of these. So carbon के पास अभी 4 electrons है in the outermost shell, so that means its valency is 4. Now we are थोड़ा सा confused because what we know is अच्छा, if it has less than 4 electrons, it has the tendency to lose it. If it has more than 4 electrons, the elements will have the tendency to gain electrons. But now this carbon, being in the 14th group, it has 4 valence electrons with the valency 4. Now what will it do? Will it lose electron or accept electron? What it does is, very good, louder, yes. So it forms bond by sharing electrons, because with the valency 4 it is very difficult for it to form C4 plus ion losing 4 electrons. My god, needs lots of energy. Nope. C4 minus, so that is gaining 4 electrons. Bichara, we have 6 protons here. Imagine it having holding 10 electrons. I'm sorry, why did I say 11? It's very difficult, right? So not possible. So C4 minus, C4 plus, no. So what it does is it shares electron and forms the covalent compounds. Does carbon form ionic compounds? Very easy. I want to see the answers in the chat section. Yes or no. Does carbon form ionic compounds? What do you think? So ionic compounds. How do you define ionic compounds? The compounds in which there is complete transfer of electrons, in which there is formation of ions. But in case of carbon, no, it does not form any ionic compounds. It forms covalent. So the answer will be no. Right? Yes, very good. So this, do not go with this. The overlapping is not proper. So, but the answer is no. Which of the following is or are allotropes of carbon? So now you already have learned about the versatile nature of carbon, the allotropes of carbon, right? So we have crystalline, we have amorphous. So now I want you to tell me which of the following are allotropes of carbon? Diamond, graphite, Buckminster Fullerene, all of these. Tick tick 1, tick tick 2, tick tick 3, time up. Easy peasy. Which one? What's the answer? All of these? Yes, good. So did you know diamond is the hardest natural substance on earth? Yes, we know. Why? What is the reason? That also we know, because each carbon atom in diamond is bonded to another 4 different carbon atoms. So the structure is our carbon atoms are very compact, and it has this very well arranged 3D structure, which makes it the hardest natural substance. Not the strongest, hardest. Okay? Good. Now, so you all told me yes, diamond, graphite, fullerenes, they are allotropes of carbon. So let us look at the structure. See, as I told you, each carbon atom, if you see here, is bonded to another 4 carbon atoms. See? Eta, the center. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It has this tetrahedron structure. And this is graphite. So if you see this individual sheet is known as graphene. It is very strong. Even though it is very thin, it is very, very, very strong. So between the 2 graphene sheets, there exists this very weak force, that is van der Waals force of attraction. That is the reason they can slide over one another, which makes it slippery and soft. So hence it is used as in the pencil and in those materials which can be used as lubricants. Okay, so this is fullerene. So fullerene, the first identified fullerene, it had 60 carbon atoms. Okay, and its structure was very much similar to the structure of football, with 60 carbon atoms and those hexagon and pentagon, all that. but that was the first identified. So you can find actually fullerenes in the tube structure too. Yes. So are you all set to make a comeback, register for vote? If you have forgotten how to register, I have already told you. You can just download the app or go to vedantu.com/VOTE. So this is the exam format. Let me tell you for class 10. Okay, so exam paper will contain 3 sections, math and sat. So math will contain 35 questions, general math will contain 8, SST 8 questions, general science 19 questions. So in total it is 70, right? 35, you want me to add everything? No. So all questions are objective with 4 options and only one of which is correct. Normal MCQ जैसा. So correct answers will be awarded plus 4 marks. You will get for each question, you will get 4 marks. So that is maximum marks 200. But incorrect answer will be penalized with -1. So you will be actually exposed to this negative marking, which is very, very nice actually, so that you will know, only if you are very sure of the answer, you have to attempt. The maximum time available to attempt the paper is 75 minutes. I guess it's a lot, it's enough. Okay, so if you know how to manage the timings, good. Okay, shall we check? Shall we start? Shall. Select the correct statement. So we have 3 statements and the last option is all of these. Let's see which one is right. In graphite, each carbon atom is attached to 4 other carbon atoms. Okay. In diamond, each carbon atom is attached to 3 other carbon atoms. In graphite, each carbon atom is attached to 3 other carbon atoms. Option D, all of these. So which one do you think is right? Tick tick 1. Tick tick 2. Tick tick 3. Okay, what's the answer? So graphite may each carbon atom is attached to 4 other carbon atoms? No. So it actually conducts electricity because of that one free electron which has not taken part in the bonding. So graphite each carbon atom is bonded only to 3 different carbon atoms and they form this hexagonal rings. है ना? So graphite is attached to 4 carbon atoms? No. In diamond, each carbon atom is attached to 3 other carbon atoms? Nope. So option C will be the right answer. You agree? Good. So what are the properties of diamond? Insulator, conductor, brittle, none of the above. So what do you think? Is it a conductor or an insulator? So now you know how many electrons have taken part in the formation of bonds, its structure. So using that, can you tell me the properties of diamond? Because see, for everything, we have to look at the structure for physical properties and for the chemical properties, it's about the electrons. So here, electrons play a very important role. It's a conductor? No. Brittle? No. Hardest natural substance? None of the above. So yes, it is an insulator. It cannot conduct electricity as there are no free electrons. Right? Very good. So now when we talk about the versatile nature of carbon, so because like here I have never seen a chapter called sodium and its compounds or chlorine and its compounds, even though we know sodium is very reactive. It reacts with basically everything. Oxygen, yes, boom, it catches fire. Add it to water, put it to water, yes, boom, it catches fire. So we know sodium is very reactive, even chlorine is, but we don't have a different chapter. Like we don't have a different branch in chemistry meant only for the study of those compounds. But when it comes to carbon, yes, we do. Carbon and its compounds. Why? Because of its unique nature. So catenation is one of the property which makes carbon unique. So what is catenation? It is the self-linking property of an atom to form long chain or ring or branched chain compounds. Okay, so see. ये भी होगा, हाँ जी होगा, और ये हाँ होगा. ये पॉसिबल है? बिल्कुल. So this is what makes our carbon unique. So the thing is, other elements can exhibit catenation for a certain extent, but here the atomic size of the carbon plays a very important role, because of the smaller atomic size, the bond formed will be very strong and stable. Okay, so the shared pair of electrons and nucleus के बीच में ज़्यादा distance नहीं है ना, so the bonds will be very strong so that it can just go on forming bonds which are stable. That is the reason we have so many compounds. Okay, so this is what is catenation. See, these are carbon atoms, these could be hydrogen. You can form various, but generally, if you see, if you look at lots of various compounds, carbon compounds, it generally forms bonds with hydrogen. So here is our next question. Carbon forms multiple bonds with other atoms of carbon because carbon is a non-metal. Carbon shows catenation. Atomic number of carbon is 6. None of these. Let's try to answer. Your time has already started. Tick tick 1. What am I doing? Tick tick 2. Tick tick 3. Yes. So what is your answer? Carbon is a non-metal. So is chlorine. Atomic number of carbon is 6. So it has 4 valence electron. Silicon has 4 electrons too. So carbon shows catenation property to a very large extent. So that is the reason why it can form multiple bonds with other atoms of carbon. C single bond C, C double bond C, 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 C. Okay, so again, let's go back to allotropy. What are the properties of graphite? Insulator, conductor, brittle, both B and C. What are the properties of graphite? Is it an insulator or conductor? Is it brittle? Or both B and C? So try to remember the structure of graphite. So each carbon atom is bonded to other 3 carbon atoms. So each carbon atom has 1 electron which is not involved in the bonding. So it has free electrons. Those electrons can conduct electricity, making graphite a non-metal but a very good conductor of electricity. And is it brittle? Yes. So option B and C will be the correct answer. So did you know? Yes, just now we learned about it, but yeah, we have already studied about it in our previous classes, right? So graphite is the only non-metal that can conduct electricity. So generally, when it comes to those properties, trying to differentiate, distinguish between the physical properties of metals and non-metals, we always have said metals are good conductors, whereas non-metals are poor conductors of electricity, with the exception that is graphite. It is because of this structure. Okay, so saturated hydrocarbons are known as alkanes. Now coming to the homologous series, depending on the type of bonding between carbon atoms, we have different homologous series: alkanes, alkenes, alkynes. The presence of the different functional group, we have alcohol series, carboxylic acid. So what are saturated hydrocarbons? So before that, let me tell you what are hydrocarbons. So let's just split this word into hydro and carbon. So hydro is hydrogen, carbon. So a compound containing carbon and hydrogen only are known as hydrocarbons. So if they have single bond between carbon atoms, then they are known as saturated hydrocarbons. So saturated hydrocarbons are also known as alkanes. So what do you think? Is this an alkane? Yes or no? है? Yes? बिल्कुल जी. Yes, saturated hydrocarbons are known as alkanes with a general formula. What is the general formula of alkanes? I'll come and check the chat section on that day. CnH2n plus 2. Very good. Okay, next. So identify the name and check whether the compound is saturated or unsaturated. So they want you to identify the name and check whether the compound is saturated, unsaturated. For that, please count the number of carbon atoms first. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what should be the root word? Root word. You have 4 carbon atoms here. So it should be bute, right? So aram se let's eliminate these 2 options. Okay. Now coming to, does it have any functional group here? So it has a double bond between carbon atoms. So double bond between carbon atoms. So yes, it is unsaturated. Yes, it is unsaturated, and the primary suffix will be ene. So butene and unsaturated will be the right name. So yes, it is unsaturated because it has a double bond between carbon atoms. So do you know alkenes are also known as olefins? So what are alkanes known as then? Let me give you a hint. It starts with P. Olefins? Okay. Alkanes are known as? Let me know in the comment section. Huh? Yes, that's your homework. One more question related to the nomenclature. Identify the name and check whether the compound is saturated or unsaturated. First, please count the number of carbon atoms so that we can eliminate few options. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 matlab what should be the root word? Hex, right? So go. Abhi saturated hai ya unsaturated? So I don't see any multiple bonds between carbon atoms. Do you? No? Then obviously it has to be saturated, because there are no multiple bonds between the carbon atoms. So the suffix would be in hexane, and saturated will be the answer. Yes, so we learned a lot about carbon compounds, right? So are you all set to make a comeback, register for vote? If you have missed how to register, if you are thoda sa confused, let me tell you, please go to, you can download the app or go to vedantu.com/vote, capital letters mein V-O-T-E, and then register for vote by filling in the details. That is very basic details, name and the grade and the course. So that's what you have to do, the board, and then you will get that unique vote ID card. You can choose the days you want to take the vote exam from the schedule. That is 28th March, 4th April, 11th April, and 18th April. You can choose the dates. So these are the steps you have to follow, which is super duper easy. Register and create the voter ID, choose vote dates, take on the oath, and win lots of prizes. If you want, you can share it with me. So all the very, very, very best. If you have any doubts, please do let me know in the comment section. So start preparing for the vote, form your squads, and keep winning. All the very best. Thank you so much. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.